Hello friends, Satyendra here, and in this video, let's add parameters for all the parts within the assembly design. So let's get started. And for this, I have stop valve assembly with me, and here my task is to add a set of parameters for all these parts. And this can be done by different ways. The general way of doing this is just go to the part, open the part separately, go to the parameters, and add the parameters. So to add the parameters, just click on this plus mark. Add the parameter name. So let's say I'm adding designed by. So I've added designed by. Now here you have different type of parameters. So you can go with integer if you have your result as round of numerical value. You can go with real number if you have a fractional number. Then you can go for string. So if you use string, you can add text, number, or text with number. So in my case, I'll go with string because for design by, the result will be in the text form. So here I will add my initial, sk, and say OK. And you added the parameter. Once again, go to the parameters. You see, you have added this parameter. Now to remove this parameter, again you select this and click on minus. So this way you can remove the parameter. So this is the general way of adding the parameters or removing the parameters. And here we just open all the parts one by one and add the parameters. Now the same thing we are going to do directly inside the assembly design. Now let's say I want to add these two parameters, model description and drawing number. I want to add these two parameters inside the assembly design. Now there are different ways to add part parameters within the assembly design. One way is you go to each and every part, select the part, activate it, and go for parameter. Add the parameter using this. So this technique is similar to the previous one. Previously we opened the part and inside that part we created a parameter. Here instead of opening that part, we are just activating that part within the assembly design and then we are going for parameters. So both the technique looks similar, but there is one more way to do the same thing which is much better than these two techniques and I prefer that one. So let's do that. Now just press Ctrl A to activate the assembly. Now to add a set of parameter to each individual part, what I do is I will directly go to the parameters. Now these are the assembly parameters. You see assembly written here. Now this one I will change to part parameter. And then I will click here and I'll select the part. So see, I'm getting all the parameters related to the first part. These are the parameters. Same way, once again I'll click here and then I'll go for the second part. You see, these are the parameters related to the second part. Again I'll click here. I'll go to the third part. These are the parameters related to the third part. So this way you can activate parameters for all the parts and you can add the parameters. So let's add parameter. So let's add these two parameters, model description and drawing number for the second part. I'll select second part. I'll go for plus. I will add model description. I'll go for string. I'll go for one more parameter. This is drawing number. This one again I'll go for string. I'll say OK. So I've added the parameter for this part. Just open it and see it. You have that two parameter, model description and drawing number. But these two parameters I have added directly inside the assembly design. Once again I'll go for parameter. First you change to part. Select this. Go for third part. Again you can add the parameters from here. But this is a lengthy process. Again and again you need to add the same text for all the parts. So I'll not follow this technique. So I'll try to automate this. And for that I'll just say OK and I will open a text file. So this is the text file. I need to add these two parameters to all the parts, modeled_by equals colon underscore colon. Same thing, drawing underscore number equals colon underscore colon. So you need to create your parameters just like that. Let's say you want to add designed by, so you will type designed by, designed underscore by equals colon underscore colon. So this is how you need to add the text here. Just copy the entire text from here, and then instead of going parameter, this time you go to relation. Here also you have the similar things. Again you change to part, select the part, the third part, and then you add the text here and just run it. These three text will add three parameters down here. You see, modeled by, drawing number, designed by. Now just cut it from here, go for the next part, which is cover. Again paste it here, run it, OK. Again cut it from here, go for the fifth part, again paste it here, run it, cut it from here, go for the sixth part, paste it here, run it, cut it, go for the seventh part, paste it, run it, OK, cut it. So this way you can easily add a set of parameters to all your parts within the assembly design. And then you say OK. And you have successfully added a set of parameters to all the parts within the assembly design. Now just open the part and check it. I'll just open this part. I'll go to the parameters and you see you have modeled by, drawing number, designed by. Similarly, you open one more part, hand wheel, go for parameters and you see you have modeled by, drawing number, designed by. So this was the part parameters creation within the assembly design. Now the next is how to modify these part parameters within the assembly design. Now if you have anything to say, let me know in the comments below and I will reply as soon as possible. Thank you.